After the shooting at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, we learned there were several connections right here at home. The biggest, the shooter lived in Fort Pierce and worshipped at Islamic Center of Fort Pierce. But as announced, Alyssa Hyman explains the Muslim community became a target itself in the months to follow. She's joining us now live. Alyssa?
Well, actually, some of those signs are still visible today, like what's left of the mosque that was set on fire back in last September. But then there are these signs that show this community is starting to look forward. The horror and the hurt of the Pulse nightclub shooting hit home for Meagan Tison in more ways than one.
All of a sudden on Facebook is popping up like, oh, check yes or no. Are you safe? Are you not safe?
First, it was fear for her friends inside the club at the time of the massacre.
It was really hard coming to go through that and to have friends that suffered through that.
Then finding out that the killer lived and prayed in her hometown, Fort Pierce. The Islamic Center of Fort Pierce is just down the street from where she works.
But then it's linked to your hometown, and now your hometown is cascaded in news crews.
But for Meagan, the frustration that lingers 1 year later is knowing people targeted the local Muslim community for the sins of one man.
Would you want your kids treated that way? Would you want your family member treated the way that the community treated them?
Just 1 month after the Pulse shooting, a member of the Islamic Center was beaten up in the parking lot, an attack currently being prosecuted as a hate crime. Then, on September 11th, a St. Lucie County man set the Fort Pierce Islamic Center on fire. That man later sentenced to 30 years in prison. The damage still visible today.
Everybody loses. It is the whole society that loses.
The Council on American Islamic Relations says there are signs that this community is staying strong. The Islamic Center has relocated here off Oleander Avenue. CAIR says this marks a community choosing to move forward. And the Islamic Center is scheduled to open permanently in the next few months, and it is operating right now on a temporary permit during the month of Ramadan. Reporting live in Fort Pierce tonight, Alyssa Hyman, WPTV News Channel 5.